It was always the same bench. Same cracked paint, same crooked backrest, but never the same story. That morning, the sky was painted with a dull shade of gray. Rain hadn't fallen yet, but it loomed in the air like an unspoken truth. Armand sat on the far edge of the bench, his hands trembling slightly as he clutched an envelope too fragile for the weight of what it contained. He wasn't waiting for a bus. Not really. He was waiting for something that couldn't be timed: forgiveness. 6 years earlier, Armand was a different man, or so he liked to believe. Ambitious, sharp, and obsessed with climbing a ladder that never seemed to end. He had everything: a corporate job that paid well, an apartment that echoed loneliness, and a younger brother, Saad, who looked at him with admiration and quiet hunger for approval. Saad had always been softer. He painted instead of played cricket. He wrote poetry instead of resumes. Armand didn't understand it. How could anyone throw away stability for dreams? The final fight came on a Thursday. Saad had skipped an important interview Armand had set up for him. Instead, he'd used the time to put up his first art exhibit at a small local gallery. "You'll thank me one day when you're not starving on the street," Armand had snapped, tossing Saad's paintings aside. Saad didn't yell. He simply picked up the torn canvas, stared at it for a moment, and walked out. That was the last time Armand saw him. Back at the bench, Armand unfolded the newspaper clipping he had found in his mailbox a week ago. A small article about an art exhibition in Lahore. The name beneath the bold title read, Saad Akram, the boy who painted silence. Guilt had a strange way of anchoring itself inside the soul. Armand felt it every morning, especially in the silence of his apartment, which was no longer echoing with ambition, but with absence. He had lost promotions, friends, even his own interest in winning. Time had taught him that no achievement could replace a person you'd loved and pushed away. The envelope in his hand was Saad's. He'd found it taped to the inside of an old book they once shared, The Little Prince. The handwriting on the letter inside was unmistakably his brother's. Asterisk, Dear Armand. I don't hate you. I never could. I just wish you'd looked at me like a person, not a project. I've stopped waiting for your approval. I've learned to live with the silence. But part of me still hopes you'll see what I see, not just in my paintings, but in yourself. Asterisk. Tears blurred the ink. Armand had decided to attend the exhibition. He had to. But when he reached the gallery, all that was left was the aftermath: empty frames, folded pamphlets, and an old man sweeping the floor. Saad. The man repeated. He left for Karachi last night. Said he had a train to catch, didn't say where to. Disappointment clung to Armand like the humidity in the air. He wandered out, aimless, until he found himself at the S.